Hey there peeps, how's it going? Check out this awesome Oculus Rift contraption I found in a shopping mall in Thailand. And yeah, this guy is going to strap on this VR unit with the Oculus Rift on my head. There it is there. And it's a pretty comfortable unit. It's not too heavy, although I wouldn't want to wear it for a really long time. You'll probably end up with marks on your face. Okay, so there's all the different rides you can take. And the guy recommended that I should definitely try out this roller coaster ride. So the difference between this and just doing the Oculus Rift normally is I'm standing on this platform and it's being held up by chains, and the guy's actually rocking it and maneuvering it when I'm going around corners, and it feels so realistic. I've never felt anything like it before. Blew my mind. I asked the guy to record it for me. I don't know why he decided to put the camera sideways, and he also changed the settings so it's really bright and you can hardly see the screen. But if you look carefully at the screen there, you can see that I'm going on a roller coaster. And imagine being on a roller coaster, right? And usually you're strapped in, so you feel quite safe because you've got that big metal thing around you that keeps you in. On this, it feels like you're surfing on a roller coaster. So I am absolutely crapping myself at this moment, and I don't want to stand up. And it's getting so scary at times I'm actually fully closing my eyes and just trying to tell myself I'm actually in a shopping mall and not surfing on a roller coaster with nothing holding me to the roller coaster. So I was absolutely crapping my dad, and it was just impossible for me to say, hey, I'm in a mall. I kept trying to tell it to myself, but yeah, I was just in this world. And yeah, it's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to getting an Oculus or one of the VR headsets, depending on which one I think is the best. But yeah, this ride really got my adrenaline absolutely pumping, and it felt like I was, the same effects as if you actually run on a roller coaster. Like it puts your body through. I don't know, it even feels like the G-forces and that. But for normal games that I play, like Call of Duty and that, like I could probably do it for an hour or maybe half an hour, and then it would just wreck you mentally and physically. So I don't think it's going to replace, the joystick and sitting at the couch playing games with your friends on your TV, just because it's so full on. But I think it's a really awesome technology, and I think in things like schools, imagine doing like a history lesson or something and going back to Rome or Egypt and having a look around and seeing what it looked like back then. For things like that, I think at arcades where they can have big setups and those treadmill things if you need them and stuff like that, I think it would be awesome for that. But I just don't know how often I'd want to do it at home, and having the screen that close to your face all the time. I can see a lot of people getting lost though, like in things like Second Life and that, just walking around in these fantasy worlds. So it's going to be scary to see how the future pans out, and if just all these people just enter these different worlds and don't want to go back to their usual, boring lives compared to what they could be doing in the virtual reality world. Anyway, that actual ride's ended now, and my blood pressure's right up. And the guy can tell, and I need a minute or two to recover from it, just because it's blown my mind thinking that especially because like the roller coaster would go up a really steep thing, and as it was coming down there'd be like pieces of the track missing, and so you'd just be flying through the air. It was so real, like just fully felt like I was being thrown through the air. So now the guys said that I should do a more relaxing ride, so he's picked this one for me, and I'm on a boat sailing through a river, and there's like leaves and stuff flying past me, and like weird dudes on the side of the river. I don't know if you can really tell what's going on there. I think that's all the leaves. It's kind of like at night, the leaves are all red, and it was really mellow, and it did bring me back down to earth, and I felt really stable. He wasn't shaking me around on this one, and I'm trying to catch a leaf or a snowflake or something there. But anyway, you jump into this canoe and you start sailing down this weird kind of river, and there's like magicians and weird people on the side of the river performing spells and looking at you and laughing at you. And it was just really trippy, like being in Alice in Wonderland or something for real. and it was really nice actually. The river ended up stopping, but the boat kept going off the edge of the earth, and then the boat was kind of like flying through space, and yeah, I feel like I went through a black hole or something. And it was all very trippy and just, yeah, really relaxing. I think if you had a stressful day or something and you did this, there's no way you could be as stressed afterwards. It just like fully takes you to another world, and a really enjoyable experience, although not really interactive as far. I guess you can turn your head and look around and check things out properly for yourself. There I am pretending to paddle my canoe. I think I've gone into like a time warp or something in space now. And yeah, pretty trippy stuff. So if you get an Oculus Rift or something, this is something I recommend for people, older people, or people that might not be as able-bodied for taking on the extreme stuff. This is like a nice chilled ride that I think like my girlfriend or someone like that would really enjoy over doing the roller coaster and absolutely crapping themselves the first time they do it. Because some people it does give headaches too, and some people feel weird. Apparently this version is the best one and has sorted out a lot of those problems. But yeah, I'm having a ball here. But now I've tried the ride component of the Oculus Rift, I'm really hanging out to actually play some games in it and see how it adds to it, or if it's just a gimmick, you know. I can see it, you know, looking around as being quite cool in the game, but what else? Do we really need that? Well, I think we do, because it's going to be rad. But it is going to be strange. We're going to have big living rooms or big computer rooms to play these things in without smashing all our stuff. And hopefully, what about things like if someone comes and burgles your place and you're just standing there in your own world playing Oculus Rift, they could come in and grab whatever and you wouldn't even notice. Like, I don't know what's going to happen if they could put like cameras in so you can see things in the real world, but that will take you out of the moment. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the news in a few years when heaps of people have got these things and all the trouble people get themselves into playing with Oculus Rifts and all the different VR headsets. Yeah, if people get into these things the way people have gotten into mobile phones, we'll never see anyone again. Everyone's going to be in their own little world, talking to each other as an avatar of some dragon or some crazy thing. And it's going to be a weird and wonderful world that I look forward to seeing. But if you do walk through a mall and you see one of these units, I highly recommend jumping on and giving it a go. It really is a head rush, especially if you do one of the more extreme things, and either way, whatever you pick, it's a whole new world out there. And yeah, I think I paid 300 baht to play this, so I think that was about $10 or $12 Australian. So it went, I think each ride went for about 4 minutes. So it was highly worth it. They didn't record me playing the whole way through all of them because people would come up to talk about it and they'd have to stop recording then. But yeah, as you can see, it was a decent ride, and for $10, awesome. And makes me want to get one big time. As you can see, I've also got the big headphones there. So that was fully immersing me in the experience as well. It had like really good surround sound. Speakers in the big headset, what is it, Beats there. So I think you really need the headset as well. So that's the one thing stopping me. This unit, I think in Australia, is going to cost at least $1,000 to get shipped here. Then you need a decent set of headphones like the ones I'm wearing. You also need a really good PC rig. I've recently rebuilt my PC. I thought it was awesome, but I don't think it's really good enough to run the Rift, so I'm going to have to upgrade my PC. So I'm looking at you know, another $500 there, what, $300 for the headphones, $1,000 for the Oculus Rift. Then they're bringing out special Oculus joysticks, and then you have to pay for the games, obviously. So it's an expensive hobby to get into. Now I am considering the PlayStation VR one. I've heard it's not quite as good, but then again it is half the price. On the roller coaster, were you shaking it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to shake it.
Wow.
Then we will go it like
crazy.
Real.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Thank you. So on that second one, I was first floating through trees, and there were like leaves in the air, and I was catching them, and then I was going through a tree that was on fire, and there were leaves like burning, floating past me. I felt like I could touch them. And then I got into a boat, and I sailed through like a peaceful river, and then went through a couple of like wormholes, and there was like weird people pulling off spells either side of me, and then the boat went kind of off the edge of the earth, and it was like floating through space, and then I eventually floated off the boat myself into space. All the beautiful music, and it was quite peaceful, but very enjoyable.
So that's my first VR Oculus Rift experience, and I thought it was amazing. If you haven't had a chance to try it, do whatever you can to try it, because it will blow your mind. It's freaking crazy stuff, and yeah, it's going to be a crazy future. So thanks for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Catch you later, y'all. Bye.